Do you guys want to know how I did 1 million in gross sales last year and how I'm going to exceed 1 million in gross sales again this year? Keep watching. You know the drill. It's been a while. It's time for the good old caffeine-free Diet Coke. How I've missed you in the last couple videos. He was not with me. He is here now. So we got a lot to talk about. There's a video I wanted to make, but I decided to do a clickbait title first. Then we'll do all the other cool stuff later. I need to get everybody's attention because I got a lot going on, a lot of moving pieces, and it is time to talk. But first of all, let's do the Discord. All right, guys, by now, unless you're new, you should know that I have a Discord community chat in the video description down below. We have over 1,000 people in the Discord channel. I live and breathe in my Discord community. You can get a hold of me, talk to other like-minded people trying to build a junk removal company, and other successful people too. All of my resources are in there. Everything I talk about, check-in, check-out sheet, pricing sheet, all of the resources that I use. If you need reviews and you need to do it secretly, if you want to know how to get your Google My Business unsuspended, all that shit is in my Discord channel in the resources section. So if you guys want to talk with me, talk with others, and get all of my resources, join the Discord. Click the link down below in the video description. You can have it on your phone, have it on your computer, and you have access to 1,000 junkies. Junksters. Junkies probably not so good. We're not junkies, we're junksters. And if you don't know, guys, my name is Andrew. I'm a serial entrepreneur, a software engineer, and a junk removal business owner. I started a junk removal business as a stepping stone to return to my passion of technology and apps. I invite you to stick around, hang out, follow me on my journey from becoming a junk removal business titan to building a billion-dollar home services app. Today is an interesting day because I am announcing 3 different packages that I've decided it's time for me to offer because I've been getting bombarded and I figured, what the hell? I never wanted to be this guy, but I announced it in my 2.5 hour long how to start a junk removal business that I am doing a course. But here's the thing, guys. My course is gonna be absolutely affordable. It is the God course. Let's talk about the course really quick before we jump into the whole 1.1 million in sales. This Monday, you will be able to purchase 3 of my packages. A private community, which is going to have access to all of the resources, and a private community where I do 2 weekly chats where we can all Zoom together, ask each other's questions, lift each other's spirits, talk, help each other out, share whatever we want to share, but also access to all of my resources like 200 phone call recordings, the call recordings of 30 different companies, employee handbook, my negative keyword list, access to all of my documents so that you can edit them. There is just a banana amount of things that you guys, and it's wildly cheap. I'm not here to take money from you guys. Like, this will be under $50 for all of that shit. Employee handbook cost me $500. I'm giving it to you for 20. So trust me, guys, I'm not here to fucking steal, or I'm not here to overcharge you guys this massive amount of money. I'm just putting a barrier to show that you guys are serious. And of course, it doesn't hurt for me to make a little extra money. Like, what am I gonna, am I an idiot here? But since so many people are asking, I figured, why don't I just fucking compile everything I've ever done and put it into a new private community where it's all the serious people who want to be a part of this community, where we are on Zooms. I'm gonna do a morning Zoom for the coffee people and a dinner Zoom at the end of the week. So there's gonna be a dinner one where I have dinner with you guys, eat some fried fucking chicken, whatever. We talk, we share secrets, we talk business, we talk junk, we talk manifestation. I don't care, but most likely growing a junk removal business. So that is the private community. And the second thing is going to be virtual training. I will find you your own assistant, train them, set up your phone service, set up your call center, get you one badass person just like my Brittany and Edward, and they're yours. There's no commitment to me. You don't have to rent a call center for me. You don't have to pay me hourly. I fucking train them for you. They're yours. You can use that agent to train any other future agents you need. I'm here to help you guys. And that is gonna come at a ridiculously low price too. I'm not trying to charge you thousands of dollars for this shit. No, I'm here to help you guys out. Now, this is something that you probably only need once you get a little more mid-level and you're ready to kind of get off the phones and, you know, have them handle your admin work and your dispatch and your phone sales, but that's gonna be really cool. Second, guys, is the course. I'll make a whole new video on the course, guys. Like, the course is gonna blow your tits off your face, okay? Your titties are gonna come flying, your fucking everything's gonna go flying off your face. This is the first course that has it all. And the reason why I decided to do this was because I saw a lot of people out there charging a high price tag for information, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be the one guy that comes in and fucking disrupts the industry. Now, a lot of you guys are probably thinking, Andrew, let's just get the elephant out of the room. There's two elephants. Oh, he's the course guy now. Yeah, I don't like it either. But hey, if I can make an extra 50 grand from selling courses, why not? And also, it's a good thing to do if you're confident in the actual product you're selling. I have bought in courses in the cleaning industry. I've gotten some that were complete garbage, waste of $500. Then I bought one that was $1,000. It was amazing. My course is not going to be anywhere near $1,000. Don't fucking worry. My course is going to be fucking way cheaper. A lot of these course people, they make their money from the courses, and they never actually made their money from the business, which is why I'm making this video to show that I made the money from the business. Most people get into the course selling education, and they sell the education claiming they made their millions from drop shipping or Amazon FBA or whatever business, but in reality they made millions from selling high ticket courses, $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, but they didn't actually become millionaires from the business itself. Now, I'm here to tell you, I'm not a millionaire from junk. I'm not gonna be a millionaire from this education. It's gonna make some good money, I hope, but I did damn well with junk removal to where I did 1.1, about 300,000 in profit last year, and we're at almost 600,000 this year, on track for about 1.2. Probably do another 200,000 to 300,000 in profit. So over the last 2 years, I've made $500,600,000 profit. That to me is impressive. I am only running 2 trucks. I'm just a tech guy who got into the blue collar business and wants to share the background secrets that everybody else is hiding, that nobody else is sharing. You know, yes, go fucking do yard signs. Yes, go do Google ads. Yes, get a fucking truck. But nobody shows you the logistics of running a call center, how to properly run your CRM and FSM, and how to do employee payroll and employee time tracking, building out your own call center, hiring from the Philippines, managing multiple trucks, just doing basic sysops and bizops in the back end. And maybe you want to run your own Google ads. Maybe you want to be nerdy like that. Maybe you want to learn how to do your own Google ads. I don't recommend it, but in the beginning, sure, learn so you understand how to do landing pages, how to do conversion tracking, all that shit. Point being, guys, is I'm also going to teach you how to build your business that you can actually sell it in the future. And I might be selling my business. I'll do YouTube videos on that, and that might be a part of the course. Me going through the selling process and selling this business at 1 to 3x gross profit. So, you know, you sell it for anywhere from 500 to $1 million. You build it up for 2 years and you sell it for $1 million. How cool would that be? But guys, I'm offering 3 things now: private community, VA training, so you can have a badass Brittany and Edward like I do, and then of course the course if you want to do your own junk removal business. I'm really excited. I put a lot of work into these products. I'm calling it Junk Launch by Jedi. So I'm really excited to bring this to you guys on Monday. Look forward to filming that video and kind of going over it in more detail and announcing it so you guys can actually purchase it if you want to purchase it. But enough about Junk Launch, guys. The reason why I did this video is because I need you guys to see the numbers and understand the truth behind the numbers. What got me to that big of a number? Why would you buy this course? And I'm hoping that this will light a fire under your ass, or maybe give you a reason to, maybe if you want to start a junk removal business and if these numbers are even attainable for you, if this is something you want to do. But anyways, let's get into talking about how I did $1 million my first year and how I'm going to do $1 million again this year. Like I said, guys, doing $1 million, it's just a fancy number. It's a top line number. We all know that, right? It always comes down to profits. You make $1 million and you only do 100,000 in profit. The business is running itself and you make 100,000 profit directly to you. Not bad, but it always comes down to your bot, like how much money you're actually profiting. But we'll get to all that in a minute. I actually broke down my 1,050,000, I think, in this video here. Go watch this video if you want to see me break down last year's numbers. However, I have not done my taxes for last year yet. They're not due to October and I've been postponing, but I am going to do my taxes and we'll see what my actual numbers that I took home, because I was very messy with my numbers. It's safe to say a minimum of 200 and a ceiling of probably 300. Somewhere between 200 and 300 was our take home. And this year we are on track for 1.2. And I will screen share in a minute and jump into that soon. But let's talk about how. How did I hit $1 million in sales? Let's start with the obvious, guys. I'm in California. If you are in a small population area, it's going to be a lot harder. Being in a high population area helps. From what I have learned in this industry, it doesn't matter where these people are with their trucks. I've talked to guys in New York, I've talked to guys in Ohio, North Carolina, listening to JRA has some great stuff, and we're gonna get to one of my favorite JRA presentations ever from Lee Godbold. But doesn't matter which state, it seems like a truck at maximum capacity running 7 days a week, doesn't matter which state really, long as you max it out in five-ish jobs a day, it seems like the number that each truck could truly achieve is about 50,000 gross per month. Now, you might be in Wyoming and it might be like 20 to 30,000 that each truck can hit. Like there's a ceiling, but it's crazy because my truck and trailer in Ventura County, population 1 million, and it also goes to San Fernando Valley up here, which has another population of about 1 million or 2. That trailer and truck in 1 month hit $70,000. It's safe to say on average, guys, one truck could pull in about $50,000. So it doesn't really matter where you are, long as you have a big enough population. And why I bring that up is because even though I stated the obvious, number one, I'm in California, I have a higher population count, there's a lot more people, but what I'm saying is if you have a population big enough where that one truck could hit 50,000, you're already at 600,000 a year. There's other factors to take into consideration. I don't have winter as bad as some people, but just bear with me here. So if you think about it, if you got one truck running full time, you got to its max potential, it can do $500,000 to $600,000 a year gross. And JRA talks about this in one of his presentations too. We're gonna link to it. So if you do what I did, I moved 2 hours away from Ventura County to LA to launch a second truck. Both are now running full-time 7 days a week. You gotta have employees so that one set of employees runs Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the other does Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, however you wanna do it. But long as both trucks are running and they're at their max potential, that's 1.2 million just from 2 trucks. You got ads, whether it's Facebook ads, Google ads, Yelp ads, commercial contracts, whatever. So, number one, I'm in California, the population exists. That's the first thing of how I got lucky is I just happen to live in California. Hey guys, if you're enjoying this video or getting any value from this video, please, it really does help the algorithm. If you like the video, smash that like button and definitely commenting. Commenting always helps. If you ask an engaging question or you have a question for me, please comment down below. Anyways, back to the video. Number 2, and the reason why I put how I got to 1 million in sales my first year and make this number 2 is because this is actually the presentation that lit the fire under my ass. And I don't give JRA enough credit for this presentation because this was the presentation where I finally put all my chips in. So my friend told me about junk removal. Sadly, he passed away 2 weeks ago. Yeah, that's crazy. That's another video, but it was this presentation here from Lee Godbold with Workies that really inspired me to do junk removal. This is what I was like, holy shit, I can do $1 million a year? Like, this is all I gotta do? I just gotta follow these PowerPoint slides and I can get to $1 million a year? It was this presentation that got me to $1 million in sales my first year. He broke it down so easy and so well that I was like, holy shit, I could do this. I've never touched blue collar work in my life. I've never ran a blue collar business. I have never done manual labor in my life, yet his presentation was the one that inspired me to go all in. I called my friend, I was like, yo, do you wanna invest? Called one of my friends in Colorado, I was like, dude, we could do this. He ended up doing it himself in Colorado, is the guy I always talk about in Colorado. He ended up doing it too. I inspired him so much to do it. But anyways, that was number 2, guys. Number 3, and this is the most obvious one, but it's the most difficult to really get down and master because I have learned a lot over these last few months with Google Ads. And we're gonna talk about advertising in just a minute. We're gonna have a whole discussion about Google Ads. It really comes down to this. I cranked the dial on Google Ads. I rapidly increased my budget until I can get to $1,000 a day. There's days where we have 15, 30 phone calls and we book 2 jobs. It happens. It's the nature of the beast. It just happens and it sucks. But there's other days where I'll close. We average a 45 to 50% close rate. I track every call that comes in and I have them mark every job that they close. And we track every single phone number using CallRail. Google Local Services has its own phone number. Google Ads has its own phone number. Yard Signs has its own phone number. Yelp has its own phone number. Every Google Maps location has its own phone number. I track everything so we see where we close the most. But point is, guys, you need to be closing these phone calls. And that means you need the best conversion tracking with Google Ads. You need the best landing page. And more importantly, the best keywords, negative keywords, yada, 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 yada. But number 3, guys, is you have to crank the dial somewhere. Yelp, Facebook, Google. Those are your 3 non-stop flowing rivers of leads. Master one of them, most people go to Google. That's what I did. I was able to get Google dialed in, and if you're not in a high population area, Google will bring you business, but if you're in a high population area, it's a constant flow of never-ending leads. So, launch a truck in one location, move to another big location, launch a truck there, you'll be at $1 million, okay guys? It's not that simple, but it's that simple. Number 4, and most importantly, you're going to have to live and breathe this business. And what I'm talking about is you will not do over $1 million in sales if you don't sacrifice time with your kids and your wife. I'm sorry, that's what I believe. That's what I truly believe, is that in order to succeed, you are going to have to make sacrifices. I lived and breathed the phones. When I was on phones, there was no breaks. I figured out a way to get helpers on the weekends immediately, but I didn't stop working. I was on the phones. I was taking phone calls. I was making sure the employees were showing up on the weekends. So I didn't work in the beginning 7 days a week. My back couldn't handle that. I did 3, 4, 5 days, and I had employees go out on, I had my contractors, whatever you want to call them in the beginning, and I would start getting some guys running the truck on the weekends. So the truck was running 7 days a week. And yeah, I was at home, but I was still on the phone 24/7, closing all the Google leads that came in. There was no break. There was zero break. If you want to be an owner-operator and do $300,000 a year, and most of that will be profit because you're an owner-operator, you'll probably make the same money I did, right? Like I grossed 200, 300. You could probably be an owner-operator, do 300 and do 150 of a profit. Being an owner-operator is great too. The difference is the business now runs itself. I'm completely out of the business. I'm hoping I can get to 10 million with this business. We'll see what happens. But 4, live and breathe this business, guys. After watching that GRA presentation, I went all in. Did nothing but junk. Nothing. For a whole year. I was in business for a year before I came to YouTube and started talking about it. And number 5, guys, I launched a second truck as fast as I could. So as soon as truck number 1 was self-sufficient, running itself, Google ads were coming in, leads were coming in, repeats, referrals, the employees, everything was just running smooth. That truck was doing $50,000 a month by itself without me. I was like, I'm dipping, guys. I'm going to LA, launching the second truck. All the people are down in LA, and that's what I did. I now have 2 trucks running full time. Well, except this last month I lost some employees. But anyways, guys, those are the 5 things that I had to really think about from, where I'm at this point in life. You can go watch my other videos and there's probably like a different 7 things. But those are the 5 things of how I did $1 million last year. And technically, guys, I want you to know, it was 14 months before I hit $1 million, but I just say 1 year. And then we're on track for over $1 million this year. We had a rough winter, let me tell you. But we are now in the summer. I'm feeling good, as long as the economy doesn't go shitting itself, which it probably is, but we'll see. Now to show you, we're gonna dive in to my numbers so you can see my numbers from last year and this year, so you can see that I'm not bullshitting you guys. I wanna show you the actual Google numbers and my credit card sales so you can see what I'm spending on Google and how much income we're doing, because I want you guys to see that I actually spent a fuckload of money on ads and brought over $1 million in sales last year and has brought in almost 600,000 so far this year. I want to start by showing my accounts so you guys can see that I'm not lying, because anybody can claim they made $1 million and nobody shows their numbers. I like to show my numbers so you guys can see the truth. $1 million is a great number to strive for, and absolutely you should get to $1 million, and you definitely should try to get to 10 million. But the fact of the matter is it really comes down to your margins. Million's great though, because you can get loans. It's easier to get loans. Even if your top line number is high, your bottom line number is a little bit low, you can still get loans a lot easier than anybody else. Business loans, all kinds of stuff. It's a lot easier to deal with the banking industry in general when you have higher top line numbers. Even if your margins are even if your margins are $100,000 or something, you still have impressive numbers to them. So they see you as somebody who can generate revenue and you're a safer bet. So it's definitely good to hit top line, but if your bottom line and your margins aren't good, it kind of sucks. And that is something we're going to get into. We're going to talk about that. I've done tons of videos on how I did $1 million, proof of my $1 million, yada, yada, yada. But let's first start with, let's log out of Clover, okay? So we're going to log into Clover. You guys all know I use Clover. You should know that I use Clover. So today is a very slow day so far. It happens. But we're going to go to reporting. and we are going to go to last year. Now guys, if you want to see the breakdown of my million, I talk about it in this video here. If you want to see a further breakdown of last year's profit and losses. And I still have yet to do my taxes for last year. They're not due till October, so I've been really slacking on that, but I do need to do my taxes here soon. But as you guys can see, we did net sales 900,000. The collected 973,000 is because of tips. That's with the tips. But I didn't start using the Clover until April. So I was using a different machine in January, February, and then March, and then halfway into April. That machine was the PAX machine. So if you watch that other video, you can see the breakdown of the expenses, the income, and all that stuff. But as you can see, guys, we did almost 1.1 million. I think 1,050,000 gross sales, profit margins somewhere around 200 to 300. I won't know until I do my taxes because I was pretty sloppy. My books aren't perfect. I'm still like moving money around. I have multiple different credit cards. Like things are a little sloppy still, but once I do my taxes, I'll know my true profit margin. But anyways, we're going to go into this year now and see what trajectory we're going for or where we're going to be. So this year, very surprisingly, the winter got pretty bad for us in LA. It was a really strange winter. I don't know what happened or why, but it slowed down pretty bad. And remember guys, I'm running 2 trucks. Yes, I did $1 million last year. I wasn't even running 2 trucks until July. So business has gotten worse. The summer started to show some promise, but something happened in the winter. But as you can see guys, 466,000, but we didn't log my big contract job into here. So we had the big contract that we got, our first 6-figure contract that we finished last month, or like 2 months, I don't know. We finally got paid last month. It was 115,000, but they took 7 off the top. So we're actually at $574,000 gross so far. So in order for me to beat my sales, I have to do 87,000 per month for the rest of the year. So either average 87,000 or, you know, some months will be a lot more or whatever. But that's 100% doable with 2 trucks running full time. So I run my truck 7 days a week, and that's because I have 2 crews for each truck. One is the weekend crew, one is the week crew. So we're on pace to do more than $1 million. Still, we should have hit 1.5, but the winter slowed down really bad. So I wanted to show you guys the income. Let's just check the sales report section. So that's the sales overview. This is the sales report. Let me see how they break it down in the sales report. And so you guys know my margins, I'll tell you in a second. So 1,039 orders. So amount collected is tips. So we go down here, discounts, you know, sometimes I give them a 10% discount or whatever. And I think you can actually, once we file the taxes, I think I can even claim a loss. You know, we lost against our revenue because discounts from the original product price is technically a discount. So I can deduct this on my taxes. Tips, $36,000 in tips. If you do the math, 36 divided by 466. So about almost 8% of the gross revenue is tips. Not bad at all. The PAX machine was like 3%. So I'm telling you guys, the Clover machine makes a big difference. But anyways, point being is $466,000, 683. Now let's just do 466. $466,000 divided by 1,039 is an average job size of $448 so far this year. But guys, if we throw in the big job, so 574 divided by, that was one job, 1,040. That brings my average job size up to $550 for the year. Not bad. Not a bad AJS is what you'd call. But guys, so you can see it has been a rough year. And for the last month, maybe a little over a month, we've been running one truck. I lost our week crew for Ventura, and now I'm like trying to retrain them. And remember, I'm on a truck and a trailer up there. So this is why when you guys are running an actual business with multiple employees and you're off the truck, you're off the phones, and it's actually a business trying to run itself, truck and trailer is not doable. In the beginning, fine. You absolutely can when it's just you're an owner operator. But once you have employees, you can't. So I eventually need to switch to a dump truck, but I'm having trouble financing dump trucks. We're tapped out on credit. I've hit kind of a ceiling of getting more dump trucks now. So it's been pretty frustrating, but when you guys can get dump trucks and you want to run a business, do dump trucks. But in the beginning, a truck and trailer is the best way to learn. It's the most cost efficient way, the safest way. But yeah, so we are on track and I have a good feeling about this summer. We're only 6 days into July. We've done 15 grand with one truck. We got a new crew finally starting for Ventura on the week. So we'll have the second truck back and running here soon. But yeah, those are the numbers, guys. We're on track to go past 1.1 million for this year. And let's see what our ad spend was last year. So we got good old, we all know Google, right? So let's go to, this is actually kind of cool to look at. So we look at 1/22 to 12/31/22. If you watch the breakdown of my other video, you guys will see all my ad expenses, because there was a little bit of Yelp, there was Thumbtack, and there was Google Local Services, which I have a separate account for. I don't spend nowhere near as much on Google Local Services, but you guys can say I spent about 300 grand in total with local services, everything else, probably just shy of 300 grand. I don't remember. You can watch that video here. But last year we spent $236,000. Averages out to 56 bucks per conversion, 13,700 clicks, and that gave us 4,200 conversions, okay? So that was running 3 different campaigns. What's crazy, guys, is you can see the LA campaign cost me $136,000. And I'd have to check how much the LA truck brought in. I can't pull that exact number up right now, but I need to do that to see what the LA truck brought in. I need to combine all my P&L trucks Excel sheets and see how much the LA truck brought in versus I have it, I just haven't actually done the numbers. But you can see the Ventura truck, I spent actually San Fernando Valley also goes to the Ventura truck. Ventura covers the SFV jobs most of the time, so we got about 100 grand almost here towards Ventura, 136,000 in LA. This isn't including local service ads, but you can see it costs more to run LA ads. And you're not going to believe this, guys. Both trucks pull in about the same monthly gross sales. I know, it's insane. A truck and a trailer up in Ventura County with 1 million population and the 1 million or 2 million in San Fernando Valley, so we got 3 million people that we're covering up there versus the 5 million down at Los Angeles. There's 11 million people in LA County, but I don't serve all of LA County. It's crazy. Brings in the same volume. I thought that was interesting, and let's see where we are at this year. So we do... I don't like it. I can't believe I have last year and this year, but let's do 1/1/23 to today, which is July 6th. We have already spent, looking about the same. We spent 230,000. We're halfway through the year. We're at 130,000. So $130,000, guys, has brought in 574, including the big job, right? So if we do 129 divided by 574, 22.5% of or actually we're not including Google Local Services, so call it 25-30% of our spend on ads, generates. So we spend about 30% of our gross revenue is ad spend. Obviously there's so many other expenses, but we're spending about 30% of our gross revenue. So if we make $100,000 in 1 month, you can assume 30 grand is ad spend. The numbers are averaging out to about the same as last year, except we had lower volume during the winter and it was pretty gnarly, guys. And I want to launch a third truck. The third truck was hard to get running because of the winter slowdown. Now it's getting a little bit better, but I can't get a third truck running until I could finance another fucking dump truck. I am tapped out on financing. My credit isn't good. So once we get across that hurdle and figure out how I can launch another truck, because I'm not doing a $20,000-$30,000 used dump truck, guys. I'm just not going to do that. I need to figure out how to get a new one. I think I told you guys, my current dump trucks, what happened is they got so bad, I had to pour so much money into them to fix them. I immediately, as soon as I got both dump trucks, I ended up selling one because it was just ridiculous. It was just, I've already poured so much money into it. So I sold it, got the cash back on one of them, and I'm going to finance a new one when I figure out how to finance a new one. But it kept breaking down, costing me money. I couldn't launch another location in Orange County or another LA truck because then the employees would be out of work. And then, they depend on me. I need a reliable truck and a backup truck. So when one truck's down, my employees aren't out of work for 2, 3, 4 days, however long the truck's in the shop. So anyways, I wanted to show you guys the numbers so you can see that we're still on track to do over $1 million this year. And if the summer goes good, I'm hoping we do some more $120,000 months, $130,000. Let's just say we do an average of $100,000 for the rest of the year. We got July, August, October, November. Yep, 6 months. So we do another 600 plus the 574. I'm hoping we can hit a minimum of 1.1. But if we get some good contracts, some big jobs, another $50,000, $100,000 job, if we can close another one in the next 6 months, we can maybe break 1.2 this year. And that is with the slow season and me losing my Ventura truck not running full time. And local services is probably like another, let's just pull it up. So this is my local services. Let's go to reports, guys. I am doing an experiment, guys, where I am not running local service ads for an entire month because they've progressively been getting worse. So let's just see how much we've spent this year to July. They have been progressively not giving me a good ROAS, return on ad spend. So 19 grand. Okay, cool. Not bad. So we have spent 129 plus 19, $148,000 divided by 547, 27% ad spend of gross revenue. So 148,000 spend on ads has brought me almost $600,000. And that's about what the ad spend was last year. So we're on the same path, guys. I'm super excited. I wanted to log in and show you these numbers so you can see that I'm not fucking full of shit. This is my ads, and if you guys ever have any questions or you want to see a breakdown of my ads and my keywords, my ad groups, my campaigns, hold on, you can, what's really cool about this is, let's just say, let's do last 7 days. You can go to audience keywords. You can actually see the search keywords, what people are searching, which one's costing you and giving you the most conversions. So like, let's do 100. And this is just over the last 7 days, guys. Look, 104 conversions. And you can see where all these conversions are coming from. But I wanted to show you guys that this year, we are still on track for $1 million in gross sales. We'll talk profits at the end of the year, but I'm assuming it's going to be 20 to 30% because I'm fully off the truck now. I'm not even doing operations as of this month. I hired somebody to do operations so I could focus fully on YouTube, cleaning business, dispatch. We'll get into all that. You guys just continue watching my videos. I will break all that stuff down. I'm really excited. I have a lot to share with you guys. But for now, I wanted to show you guys and deep dive into the ads really quick so you can see that we're still on track to do over $1 million, even with the hiccups and roadblocks or speed bumps, whatever you call them, that I have been hitting like crazy this year. It has just been one thing after another. But you know what? That's what us business guys do, right? We're all in this. We're all trying to be like entrepreneurs, right? I hate that word, but we're all trying to be business owners and entrepreneurs. And that's what we do. As Gary Vaynerchuk says, we're modern day firefighters. We're constantly putting out fires, guys. So stick with it. You will get to $1 million in sales as well. I know it's fucking crazy. 2 trucks, it still blows my mind. I cannot wait to get 3 trucks or 4 trucks or whatever I decide to do, whether I sell the company, grow the company. And if I do sell the company, guys, that'll be an exciting video teaching you how to build a business that you get to a level where the business runs itself so that you can actually sell it and get a chunk of change or grow it with more trucks. We'll see what happens. I hope this mini quick deep dive sheds some light. And let's get back to the main video. Hope you guys enjoyed that clip. As you saw, I think we're at like 574,000 this year, including the $115,000 big job. Pretty exciting. Average job size, 550, which is incredible. But the reason why I want to talk about advertising in this video is because I need to get it out. There's a lot of talk in Discord. It seems like people struggle with this, and I couldn't figure it out, and I can't figure it out. I know every market's different, but you have people who come into my Discord and they trusted me. They tried ClickSkeek, and ClickSkeek is great. It works great for me. I said, you know, the learning phase takes a month, 2 months, 3 months. You got to get through it. Some markets are tougher than others. You got to spend more money to collect data so Google can optimize. And that's the truth. But some people just weren't doing good with ClickSkeek, right? And it's confusing me because my buddy in Colorado is doing amazing. I'm doing amazing. Then you have people who come in and complain that JRA is not good. And I hired this person, they're not good. And ClickSkeek isn't doing good. And then a lot of people that trusted me said ClickSkeek isn't doing good, and I can't fucking figure out why. It's not like ClickSkeek or any ad management company is out for you, right? Why is it working for me, but it's not working for you? What do they change something? Like somebody types in junk removal in Ohio versus somebody types in junk removal in California. What the fuck's the difference? At the end of the day, the ad copy, the keywords, the negative keywords are about the same. So why is X, Y, and Z guys over here getting horrible results and I'm converting 50% of every phone call? Now, I have off days, but you got to take averages out through the month. Don't average the day, don't average the fucking week, average the month. You need to look at your last 30 days. What is your cost per click? What is your cost per conversion? And then out of all those phone calls, how many did you close? You need to be tracking these. But anyways, I couldn't figure it out. Dave from Lugstars, he suggested this company. Before he shared it with you guys, he shared it with me because Dave and I at Lugstars, we're like buddies now, right? We're like buddies. So he suggested Perfect Click. And we both discovered Perfect Click from Steezy, but Steezy was using them as an answering service. And I was interested. Perfect Click, they use some form of AI. They run ads on Facebook, Google, Bing, whatever. That's what, at least what they say. They run ads across all these platforms. And it sounded interesting. I was like, hey, I want some Bing. I want some Facebook ads. But at the end of the day, Perfect Click only ran Google ads for the first month or two. Then they finally turned on Bing. I don't know what they're doing for Google ads. I can't see their campaigns. I don't know how Bing was performing because they just turned on Bing. I don't know. But here's what really confused me is most of the leads from Perfect Click were all single items, okay? I tested them out. I wanted to, if I can have an alternate source of leads, I was hoping it would come mostly from other platforms, not just Google. But I wasn't closing any of them. None. Like 1 or 2 out of 60 leads. Closing none of them. And Eric is great. Eric from Perfect Click is awesome. The best customer service, hands down, I've ever seen. And I strongly recommend them, okay? But I have to tell you the truth. And I don't know if it's the market. I don't know what it is. Why is Dave at Lugstars closing and killing it? And I lost money 2 months in a row. So Eric at Perfect Click recommended a sales script for me and training and retraining my phone operators. And that's where I was just like, okay, not to be cocky or anything, but I'm pretty sure my operators know what they're doing. They know how to close sales. But 90% of the leads are single items. So I don't know why he was only getting single item leads. But point is, guys, Perfect Click's working for Dave. It's not working for me. I lost $4,000 from Perfect Click, but Dave made money. So what am I getting at, guys? Is clearly, I don't know why one works for him and one works for me. Why does ClickGeeks work for me and it doesn't work for you? I don't have the answer, but what I can tell you is this, guys. The market does matter and the market is different. Some companies perform better for certain people and it doesn't work for other people because they're really just copying and pasting these ads over. So it leads me to believe it's not just ClickGeeks or Perfect Click, but it's also the business owner on the phone, the person closing the leads. Does that mean my phone operators do suck and I'm not closing all the Perfect Click leads? Well, 90% of them were single items. Like single items are the hardest to close. How do you convince somebody to pay $150 to come pick up a mattress? It's not really that easy. So that was why I think Perfect Click wasn't working for me. But I'm gonna put a link if you wanna try Perfect Click because they're doing great for Dave. Please use my link. You know, they do give me credit if you do use Perfect Click. But at the end of the day, guys, I still stand by ClickGeeks. There's been rough months, but that's not ClickGeeks' fault. Now, I have heard their customer service has been pretty bad lately because of the influx of clients probably. So I hope that ClickGeeks has fixed that or is fixing that. If you guys use ClickGeeks or want to use ClickGeeks for your Google ads, I'm still with them. I have no plan on leaving. Compared to a lot of other ad management companies, guys, most ad management companies are charging you $1,000 to $2,000 a month or 20% of your ad spend, while ClickGeeks is in the ballpark of $500 to $700. Astronomically bigger price difference. But like I said, guys, there's a lot of people that I talk to who are doing good with ClickGeeks, great with ClickGeeks. I got a guy up in Fresno who's doing good with them. This is gonna be open-ended and I gotta figure this out. I'm gonna do a whole nother video on this, but make sure you're closing these leads, make sure you're friendly on the phone because that's half the battle. I guess I'm just as confused, guys. And what I'm gonna leave you with this is do your best, pick the ad management company that you trust. There's a handful of them. I have not used these ad management companies that I'm about to recommend, but I know there's Steezy does it now. I know Louis Vandervalk with Blue Crocus does it. I know Top Dog does it. I know JRA does it. I know ClickGeeks does it. Perfect Click also will run your Google ads and eventually they do your Bing and everything else. Marco with Junk Money, he does Google ad management. Josh H, he does good. There's a lot of people who run Google ads. You can also do it yourself. But at the end of the day, guys, you got to choose the guy that you trust and see what kind of results they bring you. Hopefully you can see what they're doing in your Google account so you can watch and see the keywords and the search terms and the negative keywords. But I hope this sheds some light on how I hit over 1 million. And I hope, you know, this little talk about ad companies didn't confuse you too much. I still stand by ClickGeeks. I'm not bashing Perfect Click in any way. I actually think if you're having bad luck with a different ad management company running your Google ads, I think you need to give Perfect Click a try. It didn't work for me and it might work for you. It's working for Dave in Ohio. So if it's working for Lugstars, it could possibly work for you. Go give Perfect Click a try, guys. Sign up in the link below. And if you have any questions, get on Discord, ask in the comments below. And I leave you with this. Success is often covered in dirt, but so was gold at one point. Toodles! Whoopsh.